Hi everyone, today I'm going to be discussing mindset. I believe that it's played a crucial role in my improvement. Just to recap, I was diagnosed 3 years ago with severe pulmonary hypertension. It was obviously very difficult for me to see a future for myself when I kept being told that I most likely wouldn't have one. I'm really bad with analogies. Like, anybody who knows me knows I am just terrible with analogies, but there is a visual in my mind, and I've used this visual, and it may or may not resonate with you. Like, I think of somebody with a paralyzed leg. I think of the fact that it's not that the leg doesn't actually move, it's that the brain can't communicate with the leg to make it move. That image has always stayed with me because it just confirms for me how powerful our minds are at affecting our bodies. 3 years ago, Hunter and I decided to create a vision board, and basically my intention was to brainwash myself into believing that I was going to get better and that I had a future and that I had something to look forward to. In order to brainwash myself, I filled my mind with inspiring stories. So I read one book after the other about people who'd overcome incredible odds. I watched one documentary after the other. I spoke to people who'd been in near-death situations, who'd brought themselves back to life. So I basically tricked myself into believing what I wanted to believe. For example, one of the things I did is every time I had a negative thought, I would ring a bell. The idea was to break that thought pattern in my head. So basically in the beginning, I was ringing that bell 24/7 because the thoughts were like coming at me. It was this very loud sound, so it was obviously very irritating for anybody who was near me. As my mind was getting a bit stronger, I found myself ringing that bell less and less. I think if you're gonna try to not focus on something, you also kind of want to focus on something. So aside from just breaking the thought pattern, I focused on something I really wanted. So I started to visualize myself performing on stage again, and then I saw myself jogging on a beach. One of the things that I did, which is gonna sound a little weird, I used to draw on my arms when I had a doctor's appointment, and I'd write on my arms like, I am healed over here, and like messages to myself, so that when I was in the room with the doctor and they were giving me all this bad news would come at me, but I would focus on my arm. It was just a way for me to continue to keep my mind in the right place. Another thing that we did is use point of view videos. You're watching the screen and they're point of view jogging videos, so it was like a video of a beach, let's say in Hawaii, and then you stand there and you jog. You're supposed to use it on a treadmill, but I couldn't really walk at the time. So Hunter would jog in place, and I would literally, my legs couldn't move, so I'd just stand there and I'd like go like this with my arms. But the point was really to just visualize myself jogging on a beach again or hiking up a trail, whatever it was. I feel that that was really, really helpful for my mind. So I remember sitting on my couch, I was at my worst. Going from my couch to the bathroom was like climbing Mount Everest. It was crazy. Hunter was asking me this question, I was asking myself this question, what makes me feel most alive? What would I want to do right now? I got this visual of myself performing on stage again. I said, okay, that's it. That's the thing. That's gonna make me feel the most alive. We picked a date, which was 6 months from the date that I was on that couch, and then we worked backwards to, come up with all the steps that would lead to that. And basically the idea was to be able to focus on something in the future that was really important to me, and then to get my mind into having to work to attain that. And in the work to attain that, all of a sudden your mind is no longer focused on your symptoms and on how you feel, but it's got something more important to focus on. So for me, that's performing. For someone else, that may be dancing or writing or cooking or jogging, whatever that may be. So I wrote 6 months from that date, show in my calendar. Flash forward now. I'm sitting at the dinner table. I look at my phone and I'm like, hey, Hunter, what's this? I have show written in my phone. Do we have like an event to go to tonight, or what is that? 2 weeks before, I had performed at the Pulmonary Hypertension Association Gala in New York City. And I didn't even realize that it was literally 6 months after I had been sitting on my couch incapable of moving. Before I end this video, I just want to share a few things that I remind myself on a constant basis that have been very helpful to me. The first one is that I can get better no matter what anyone is telling me. The second one is our bodies are made to heal. The third one is that everything takes time, and I have to remember to be patient when I'm feeling rushed or when I'm not seeing changes take place fast enough. The fourth one is that I visualize myself healed no matter how difficult things may be. The fifth one is that I have faith, but I remind myself that it's my job to do the actual work. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you're on YouTube and you enjoyed this video, don't forget to click thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to go to lifebychloe.com. I will see you soon.